Next, we have the President of the Board of Education, a gentleman who puts in countless hours on the behalf of the Norwalk Public School students. It is my pleasure to introduce Mr. Mike Lyons.
Good morning. On behalf of the Board of Education, I'm happy to welcome you back for the 15-16 year. Where is Bruce? Where'd he go? There he is. As an amateur astronomer, I got to say I loved your bringing up the New Horizons mission. And you know, when you see interviews of those scientists, and when the mission sends the pictures back, they look like a bunch of kindergarten kids celebrating. And when you talk to them, why did you do this? Where did you start? You're absolutely right. Every one of them will say, well, you know, my fourth grade teacher, yada, 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 and it starts there. So the inspiration for people who do things like that starts right here. And here's a little tidbit about that mission, because I followed it from the moment it launched. It was the fastest object ever created by man. I can see there aren't too many of you who remember the moon missions. You and I do. When we sent men to the moon, it took the Apollo 2.5 days to fly to the moon. When the New Horizons mission was launched, it passed the moon in 2 hours and took 9 years to get to Pluto. But we pulled it off. If we can pull that off, we can pull off a lot of other things. Now, we've been on a bit of a roller coaster ride the last few years, as Bruce also alluded to. We've overcome some big problems, so you know, let's give credit where it's due. We have left the budget crises behind. We're generating surpluses now, not deficits. We're hiring people, such as all those new people we just got introduced, instead of laying people off. We've spent millions on technology and curriculum. We've established better relationships. Not too many years ago, the NFT and the board were in knockdown, drag-out fights. Now we work very cooperatively together on a lot of stuff. The city and the board had a pretty bad relationship. We have a terrific relationship with the mayor, the council, the board of estimate. That relationship is why they've fully funded our budget the last couple of years. So there are a lot of good things happening in the Norwalk schools, including the thousands of things that the people in this room do every day when you educate our children. And as you may remember from last year, all 3 of mine went all the way through the Norwalk schools. I had kids 21 straight years in the schools. My son sails on his first carrier deployment as a Navy pilot in 2 weeks. My daughter Claire got a degree from Johns Hopkins and is now at Tufts Veterinary School. And my daughter Christina, some of you may remember her as the lead in the Norwalk High School play last year, Hairspray, is now up at Berklee College of Music. So when I hear people say, you know, oh geez, you know, my kids are, getting to school age, you know, time to move to Wilton or whatever, I say to them, are you crazy? Look at what the kind of education my children got in this school system, start to finish, and it's because of the people in this room. Now, when I joined the board 3.5 years ago, I would never have imagined that over the time I have been here, I would have worked with 5 superintendents of schools. And you know what? I get what that does to you guys. I used to work for a medical device company that went through 7 changes of management in 13 years. And I know how disruptive that can be for the people who were, you know, manning the barricades and doing the work. And I have no doubt it's been just as stressful for you. Now, when the board appointed Dr. Adamowski as our new superintendent, I can tell you that his impressive resume included something that really stood out for us, given that recent experience: staying power. In a career that has spanned 5 superintendencies, including the much larger school systems in Cincinnati and in Hartford, Dr. Adamowski has never stayed on a job less than 4 years. And he personally committed to this board that he would stay here at least 5. Now, the medical company that I work for now has had the same CEO and COO for 11 years. A total contrast from the company I worked for before, and I can tell you that the less stressful environment is palpable for us employees. That's one of the reasons that we hired Dr. Adamowski to bring some stability to the central office so people can focus on their work and on educating our kids. Now, we made some great progress under Dr. Rivera. We adopted a comprehensive strategic plan, 3-year budgeting, which is why budgets are smooth now, K-5 literacy program, and many other things. Our challenge as a school system now is not doing the vision thing. I think we got the vision thing right. Rather, it's making it all work. Some of the things sort of sputter and don't get done the way they're supposed to. We believe that Dr. Adamowski is the right person to get that part of the job done. In the short time he's been here, he's dealt with the issue of elementary site directors. He's addressed long-term special education issues, which nobody else has addressed, and he already is. And he's made some impressive choices for top positions in academics, business, finance. His plans to develop a theory of action for our school system, to create school governance councils at all schools, to raise special education to a cabinet level of importance in our organization, and many other initiatives all in support of our strategic plan bode very well for all of us. I and the other members of the board are determined to work with Dr. Adamowski, with Mayor Rilling and other city leaders, with our principals, teachers, and staff to make our schools even better, to make them the leaders in this state, which I absolutely believe we can do, and we're going to do our best to make that happen. We wish you all the very best for this exciting school year. Thank you.